Alright, alright, let's continue it, shall we? Okay, what were we doing? Lots and hecking lots of side quests is what we were doing. We got stuff here at the Audil. Got stuff here at Port Isolde. Whole heckin' lot here in Dalamil. Like, we've got, what, 10? Oh, my neck.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
For a share in Lubor's ill-gotten guilt.
What this? Okay. Lubor.
Here to help me pack? Thanks, but I'll be traveling light. I'm almost finished already, in fact.
You're really going to go through with this, then?
I am. But before I go, there is one small issue I'd like your assistance with. Well, two, in fact.
If it's within my power to help you, I will.
It's the children. I refuse to let them share in my disgrace. And if I leave them here, they surely will. Our friendship would see them ostracized forever. But I can't take them with me either. I can think of only one place where they are certain to be safe, and provided for, and loved. The Hideaway.
Of course.
Of course. The children would be more than welcome.
Thank you, Clive. I will not forget this.
Lubor, are you still here?
What is it, Ferda? You look pale.
There's been a flood in the Velcroy, a damn big one. The League of Outlaws encampment was completely submerged in ether.
What?
Every last one of the bastards has turned, and they're headed this way.
Bandits are one thing, but Akashic bandits are quite another. The town guard won't stand a chance against them. We need to evacuate. There's no time to lose. Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic may strike at any moment. We must make ready to cover the townspeople's escape. Well, what are you waiting for?
Well?
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a full and immediate evacuation.
Understood.
I'll do what I can to convince everyone else.
Wish
me luck.
Whee! I'll prioritize it. Well, or not. Didn't hit it fast enough. Let's go.
You have to listen to me. They're coming. You need to evacuate.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss out of it?
Ah, it's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now, and they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we? And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square as we speak. You may believe his lies, my lord, but we know better.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge, perhaps. If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected our leader. A great honor for one of his kind. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been denied.
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathies lie. Lubor cannot be trusted, and neither, therefore, can you.
You may not trust me, But for the sake of your people, ask yourselves if there is any chance that this is true.
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
Nah, be off.
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
Right. Let's speak to Lord Furder.
Lord Furder.
I think we'd better shut up. What's Lupin raving about now?
Furder.
Lord Furder,
Sid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic, but they wouldn't listen. They've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor says can be trusted.
The bloody fools.
Which means the town guard can't be counted on for support. But I can. If there's anything I can do to help you defend Dalamil, you only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Sid! Further! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor, I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend in need. And Blue Boy is in need at this very moment. Come quickly.
You have to believe me. The Akashic are coming. They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted. We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run! Far, far away!
Just go! Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Go!
Come on, then. Just go.
Lubor.
Wait, someone's coming.
Stop! You're hurting him! Ah! Ah! Oh. Oh. Ah. What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad? And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that? Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty? Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly around here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever. But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling? He keeps this whole place going. And you act like it doesn't even exist!
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
Oh, they're just like, oh. Whoa, we did it. Y'all did nothing.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage. And they are utterly unpredictable.
Utterly.
With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalamil will have the bitterest fight it has ever faced on its hands. The town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to serve as scouts and messengers, ready to spread word of the size and nature of the Akashic force as soon as it is spotted. And as soon as it has been, we will converge on its position and see that it is driven back from Dalamil at all costs. Conrad, can I count on the support of the town guard?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination of the messengers in your hands, Victor. And the command of our men in yours, Ferda. If you would both be so kind.
Consider it done.
As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the townsfolk barricade themselves inside the bathhouse. And tell the merchant not to waste time securing anything beside the essentials. Preserving life is our one and only concern. As long as we survive, it doesn't matter what trinkets we might lose. Our riches can be regained. And if anyone doubts that, let it be known that the Briar's Kiss stands ready to cover any losses.
Very well. I shall tell them.
Where do I fit into this plan?
Where else but the most perilous place of all? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Outlaws, Cheratina itself. The main host is most likely still there, and Dalamil will not be safe until it is eradicated, root and branch.
A little gardening. How pleasant.
I doubt it. I have a feeling these weeds will be particularly stubborn.
Luckily, so am I.
So you are. All right then, we all know what we have to do. Now it's simply a matter of doing it. For Dalamil.
Looks like everyone's ready. Do not keep them waiting.
Come, everyone, to the bathhouse. Lubor was telling the truth.
May not be a soldier.
Will we be safe in the bathhouse?
This way! Everyone inside!
Hello, trader.
Are you looking for something in particular?
I am. You have something new. Breath of Darkness. I'll play the music.
An excellent choice. Here you are. Fare you well.
Pretty low on that HP there. Oh well.
This one.
Oh good, the Zon Tetsukin's ready.
Time to fight.
Stay down.
Nice. Like that turn. I keep wanting to left click my control stick to run, but like you just hold forward until it's just like, oh right, you're running. You're just like, I'm gonna ignore the bird and the plant. I said ignore the bird and the plant. Darn, I was hoping for it to be a potion. But also not surprised that it wasn't. The fields of
Here we are
Kurava.
again. Kurava. If you were a tortoise, Torgor, where would you hide?
Oh wait, hold on. That's where the horde is. Oh, this is the tortoise. Oh, it's a tortoise. This was a different one. Oh well. If you were a turtle, where would you be? Hiding out somewhere, plain as can see.
It looks like we found him.
Wait, Joshua. The adamantoise shell. Nice.
If Mid needs another,
She can get it herself. That's the kind of attitude we expect from Sid, the outlaw. Oh, if she needs another one, she could do it her damn self. I should have realized earlier when I didn't see a
There
flood.
it is. The flood.
but what's waiting for us inside?
Waiting for the horde. It's only a couple at a time.
Can't leave a single one alive.
Why is it called the Akashic Gentleman?
Fine hand.
easy. Not that we would have anticipated anything worse.
The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalimil and see how the others fared.
The League is disbanded. Sometime later.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here, perhaps.
Lubor, Sir Clive has returned.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
It's done. Root and branch.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been driven back. The Akashic have been defeated. And we need not fear the arrival of any more, thanks to Clive. Victory is ours.
We bloody did it!
We saved Dalimil.
Lubor, allow me to apologize. After all you have done for this town, we should never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that we are truly sorry. We only hope that you can forgive us.
We need you, Lubor. Dalimil needs you. So, if you would still like to be considered for the position of mayor, you have our backing.
You do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. But that is not a stain on your character. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived bearers to be, not what you truly are. The man who saved Dalimil twice over.
I see. But I will only accept your proposal on 2 conditions.
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to rally your people to my cause. If the Town Guard and the Merchants League do not accept my leadership, it will be doomed from the start. Unity is the key to defending Dalimil, and I do not doubt that we shall need to call on our combined strength again. When that time comes, I will expect us all to pull together, just as we did today.
Of course. You have our word.
And secondly, you will accept that if I am to lead you, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dalimil. Any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same rights as any other citizen. They will not be judged by what they are, but who they are.
As we failed to do, and came so close to losing everything.
We agree to your conditions.
We agree.
We have only one in return. That you continue to work for the good of Dalimil, as you always have.
Condition accepted. Well then, it seems my mayorship is all but confirmed. Do I get some sort of special hat?
Do I get the hat? Yep, that's the first question I'd ask. Do I get the hat? I was almost expecting him to wear a stupid little
How
hat.
fickle fate can be. Not so long ago, I had resigned myself to leaving Dalimil in disgrace. And now, I find myself her leader. Here. For everything.
Lubor, about the children.
Fear not, you are of course relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought up as outlaws. I'll make sure they're safe here.
I don't doubt that you will. And not just the children, but everyone in Dalamel.
I'll do my best. Can't have all your hard work going to waste.
Exactly. Aw, the kids. They did a good job. Questo completo. Yeah. And we leveled up. So my attack, 470. God. We got the Briar's Kiss signboard. Nice. You get so little experience, yo. It's kind of sad. Or, not experience. You get so little, like, power up. Like, you expect as you go through, like, your level to be, like, significantly larger and everything else, and it just feels like... I don't know.
How about a few spicy sausages?
Our actual flat stats haven't gone up that much.
The fellow who used to run this store took to his heels.
I feel like if we compared flat damage from level 1 to flat damage level whatever we are, 40 blah.
Thank you for your custom.
Without weapons, or even with weapons, if we just had the exact same weapon on, it wouldn't be a significant difference, you know? And that's where I'm just like, Oh well. Oh well.
I have some things for sale.
Yes, you do. Is this something I want? Dancing steel. I already have.
Go safely now.
I'm always safe. We got whatever we need to do in this one. Woo, piece of candy.
Here, take a look at my wares.
The will of darkness, Gungnir.
A fine choice. Go safely.
Of course, there's nothing there. Hello, acolytes.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Onerous.
You found a letter from Father? Yes. I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
I know that I ask much of you in this coming war, but I see no other way to secure a future for our duchy and our family. Yet, even should we succeed in subduing the savages and winning back Drake's breath, the threat of the Blight still looms, and only with all Rosaria striving as one might we at least overcome it. I've made plans to see us through, but such are the obstacles that stand in our way. It shall likely fall for you to continue my work. I know that you have the strength, the courage, and the will to do so. This shall be an arduous inheritance, and so I offer you another, that you might be reminded of the love and the faith that I hold for both of you. Your father.
An inheritance?
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of? His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides. Those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
The archive, Your Grace.
Shall we then?
Is it close? Well, there's another quest if we just turn around, so let's get that going too. Then we'll go to the repository.
Lord Marquis, if you have a moment.
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with orcs and Akashic?
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
He's like, oh, so now you've learned.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord. Go then, with my hopes, and may the Firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
I love how he's just like, yes, we send more of our people to die, even though we are the undying.
If this new faith really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus, then...
Let's concentrate on finding the Third Chair first, shall we?
Repositories up here. Who is this woman? Cyril's guest. There we go.
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
Ah, so we have to hunt.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
Not far from
A certain
here.
specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
We shall slay. Simmerg.
Titan's Wake. To the south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
Ah, she won't be disappointed. Nar, nar, nar. She'd be very appointed. Yeah, we'll go with that. Appointed. Not dis.
Eyes peeled, Joshua.
Hello. Like a pretty bird.
For House Rosfield.
Ah, that's why it's called Witch's Ladder. I get it. my face!
This one. Over here! Get him! Get him! This one. Just like old times. Slow. Let's try. Get him! Go for it! All yours, Torgal! Nice try.
Easy. Easy, easy, easy. The Heartstone.
Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
I expect the good lady would know. Well, I would hope she'd know, because we don't. Anyway.
This is the Required Tree, an archive where we would be unwilling to let complete.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
Aye.
The Heartstone claimed.
Two of them, in fact.
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame, it is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and set forthwith.
Forthwith.
The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So, how were you able to keep them from her?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of his intentions for the bands, of the deep love he had for both of you, and his hopes for your future. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took up the armbands and I fled into the night.
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed the Griffin, thinking I might claim the Heartstone on its passing. And so my pursuit continued, until Lord Cyril appeared before me. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered, and that his sons were alive and well.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my father and all the people of Rosaria, I thank you for your loyal service.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord. Your Grace, for coming back to us. For giving my service meaning.
Yeah, the Founder's Grasp. Let's take a look at this item, shall we? The only thing I hate about this menu is it's so slow. Sons of Orobos. Significantly more health. But lower defense. $18 more HP is more than you would lose just for like...
The bands suit you well.
I don't know.
It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his blessing, and that his vision lives on in you.
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive? Shall we pay Father a visit?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks before we left for Origin.
Your father's helm is enshrined there. It has been since the day we recovered it from Phoenix Gate. I prithee claim it. For it too is a part of your inheritance, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer it in your hands than perched upon some lonely rock.
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Ah, I was hoping they'd just take us there. Man. Alright. Looks like that's everything here in Dalamil. Wait, what's this? Three's Company right here. Ah. I guess that's outside of Rondala. I guess we're going there.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait.
I bet I could.
You've a discerning eye. Farewell.
Do you see that too? Ambrosia won't help me here.
Yes, she will.
I'm scared.
Nor here.
No, right here. Right this place. Now. Again, Ambrosia, why do you walk through walls? You hacksaw. Dun 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 ba bum ba bum 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 bum.
It can't be Rutherford, can it?
Uh-oh.
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
Finish him.
Stay down. Go for it.
Yeah, didn't take long. Didn't really try either.
A little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace.
A fucking disgrace.
Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Of course he does.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dhalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals, but those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps?
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No.
I can barely
This
convince
is a
my
job for
brother.
someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
Quentin. In the Gotland Vales. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I know who Quentin is. I was just like, who the fuck is Quentin? Why does it sound familiar? Now I know why. Quentin's here. Lost Wing. Well, we have to leave regardless, so let's bop on over here. Ugh. Ether flood, doodly doodly doo. Ether flood. Bop, 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 bop. Hello, Quentin.
Quentin, I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on then. Propose. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best.
If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
You know.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
Oh, now we have 2 things to do in the freaking hideaway. Is that enough reason to go there? No, not yet. Now we need to go to Hawkscry Cliff. It's close, but I'm still gonna call Ambrosia.
Ready, go?
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. We've overcome Father's political enemies. Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there.
It's just back there. Father.
Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may.
If I may.
You might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Rusted battle helm. Ah, just for display purposes. Well, that's fun, you know. What do you mean? Of course he was gonna remain in our party. Ya fucking nitwit. You fucking witty nit. What do we need to do here? We're doing... Oh, right. This is for our pup.
It's over. Get him! Get him!
There it is.
It's well. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
Alright, now we go to Portis. Wait, no, there's some more. We need to find several. Okay.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
She can wait. It's gonna be to our left. Yeah. Board the rowboat. Row the board boat. Boat the rowboard. Boat the board
Still
row.
here. After all these years.
After all these years.
That's more than I remember. And you were a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. Yes. I wasn't being serious.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat will hold a third.
If you're sure, we won't be long. Hop in, boy. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you.
We made it.
Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal, for never giving up, for never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming.
Yeah.
I think I know where we're going.
This is a cute little thing. I hope we get a power up now. Ooh, nice shot.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow.
Aye.
Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
Charred. Okay. I would love to, use that, but I'm kind of using everything. I guess I could get rid of the money thing again, but that's everything here, I guess. Open our world map again. Three things over in Ash. So let's go back to the hideaway real fast. Turn in several of these things. And then go to Ash. Speak with our Uncle Byron.
Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution. and I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quinton would probably call me one of his. But yes.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places.
Rotten
Good
politicos.
thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy.
Oh.
The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. 2 such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man!
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal!
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the bloody outlaw!
Once more onto the breach.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes. And I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony?
Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Tri-Unity. Rutherford,
Tri-Unity.
Well, my boy, the stage is set.
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will.
Thank you, Uncle.
Thank you, Uncle.
Yeah, we got like 2, 3, or 4 quests turned in here anyway before we go to Ash. Breath of Darkness, Triunity Accord, you know, whatever. Why would you start us down here? Oh! Oh! Oh well. It is what it is. Some hunts. Ooh. Ooh. We've got a lot of fun coming up. Alright, let's go to our gear real fast. What I currently have equipped. Okay, I want that. Badge of Mine, I want that. Okay, yep. The extra 500 HP actually matters because I'm usually sitting around like none. Let's go to our room. Wow, our stuff's getting a bit full finally. The Wall of Memories. Got almost all of them now. The Oath, Hanged Man, Martha's, the Veil, Guardian Scarf, the Briar's Kiss, the Crimson Caravans, the Rusted Battle Helm, Sid's Goblet, the Tri-Unity Accord, the Continental Censer, Martell Apples, Ambrosia's Tack, the Charred Sparring Sword. Here, not long removed from when last you placed yourself between us and peril, I sit and pen yet another letter in which I try and find the words to somehow express the gratitude of an entire town. Still, something feels different about our latest triumph. Where in the past we leaned ever so heavily upon your good gracious, this time we found strength elsewhere in ourselves. Our hardship has shown us that which has not been apparent all along. Which should have been apparent all along. We are not as different as we want to believe. Does a peasant love his homeland any less than a noble? Does a bearer love his family any less than another man does his own? It is this love that has united us and given us true strength. Should every thrall, Akashic, bandit, and brigand in the realm come charging our gates, we will not fret. We will not falter. We will fight. And we will still win. I am not so foolish to believe that a single shaming at the hands of the town urchins can dispel a lifetime of hatred built up in one's heart, just as a pot cannot be made clean by reminding it of its grime. It takes effort, persistence, and more often than not a stiff brush and a bucket of lye. But more than that, it takes time. Fortunately, your courage and leadership has granted us just that. We must now decide whether to embrace it or waste it. Wise man once said, the night is always darkest before dawn. Is good, then I can count on one who burns so bright among my friends. This is, of course, our father's penmanship. Though her icon has brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart, and we would be poor friends indeed if we did not seek to lighten the burden, for only but a fraction.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
Continuing along. Do you remember what you told me that night at Phoenix Gate? That while the fate of Rosario sits on my shoulders, the fate of its domain sits upon yours. But Are we not both dominants of fire? Does not the flame of our forebears burn in both our hearts? Should I not protect you as you have protected me? You have chosen to be my shield, now let me choose to be yours. Is this not what our father wanted? What Sid wanted? To cast aside fate and forge our own paths. Grant me this, Clive. Okay. Ah, fine, Hound. The two of you have been together for what feels like a lifetime now, but there's still a lot you have to learn about that hound of yours. Aye, he'd step in front of a bloody raging behemoth if it meant protecting you, but that don't mean you should take it for granted. At the end of the day, he's a hound. Sometimes he just wants someone to pat his head and rub his belly and give him a handful of Goopo nuts. Yes, Karen. I will ensure to pet my dog. Joshua's right there. Then we'll hit him on our way out. Like that. How many... Let's check in with our good friend here.
What do I owe the honor?
What do I owe the honor?
So, will it be?
How are we? Short 1 and 1.
Fine.
Fine. Alright, Joshua.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right.
Jill is different.
Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
True. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
There's something about...
I love how we had basically like 2 days worth of just side
Welcome back,
quests.
Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not. When faced with an unexpected foe, Ember froze. He did not run. He did not fight. Had I not been there, he would be dead. It would be too great a risk to send him out on a mission alone.
Thank you, Sid, for your honest appraisal. Ember, you braved the tower and emerged unscathed. Yes, but only because Sid saved your skin. To me, that's no better than being caught red-handed.
You failed.
You failed the test.
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, Or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to.
If I have to.
I'll show you. Just
you
wait.
Ha ha.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the Cursebreakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
You couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
Forgive me, Sid. This did not play out as I expected.
Things really do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
Thank you, Sid. Yeah, you're welcome. Everybody loves when we're dodgy with our information. Alright, let's view the board. What do we got now? Ignoring the dragon, the knight, and Grim Reaper. Ooh, where are they? Grim Reaper and Knight of Splendid Heart. That's Thanatos. That's the Blood Moon. Ah, here you are. Sandbreck. Sandbreck. Excellent. We'll go take a look at those here pretty soon. First to mid. We might have to finish this next week, which works out for me. Because I gotta start planning for 15. And I have not started.
Mid. Tell me this is all you need.
Tell me.
Oh, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realized I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0.
And
a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
Has Mitterdol mentioned a new project yet?
Sid, is Mid still hiding from us?
Is Mid still
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales?
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
I agree. There you go, Mid.
Well, did they have it?
Yep, there you go.
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? He's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... Well, you just wait and see.
You just wait and see.
That should do her.
Did we get some kind of upgrade now? Oh, look at
There
that.
goes nothing. Titan's tits.
Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this.
Aye.
Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
All that hard work.
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But but it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm going to bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Ah, model airship. I love it. Boo, doo doo doo. Doo 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 doo. So much run, 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 and hop, 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 and hop, hop, and jump, 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 hopping, jumping, jumping, hop.
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts? I gave you that one, didn't I? All yours.
Thank you.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Yank it.
Twin sides hundreds of
Gav.
Oh, you all right?
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Etta's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Etta's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Ah, you will.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo. There's naught luckier in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need, a feather.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
You're a good friend, Clive. Thank you. All right. We got the Genji gloves, which increases damage by 5%. Yeah. My attack was lowered, but my overall attack was increased. Oh, yeah. Okay. I guess there's something right here. Hard turn. Yeah, this is the Jill one. That's what I thought.
This is the place, but... I'm sorry, Clive. There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone at the backyard. To the hideaway, then.
We just left the hideaway. We'll go back to the hideaway later. Especially since we have to go to the backyard.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me. I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
I'm your man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago, claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo. Near some gutted hovel, not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see.
Thank you. Ooh, silver chocobos. Oh, more to talk to in here. Would there be anybody in here? Nope.
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, you know.
Ah, hello.
How do, traveller?
How
With the look of
do?
a man who could do with a new whetstone? Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicerine?
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years.
For years.
Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
More. Probably around the back then.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Well, at least I was right about it.
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Ravings of a madman.
A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's Ride.
Eastpool's still closer. Let's go. It's sad that we had to hunt down this chocobo, but, you know. It's what we got to do, you know. Thankfully, it's close enough that we can just make the run for it. Alright, guess we're fighting the death walkers. Again, wasn't my intention to fight, but here we are.
Tracks. They're not left by bandits for a change.
Is it a pretty bird?
More tracks. And these look fresh. The chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is.
I was hoping that, I hope we don't have to kill it. That is all.
I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be damned.
Well, I'll be damned. Oh, I love the sounds they make.
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend.
Thank you for not making us kill the pretty
Thank you.
white chocobos.
Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
Let's get this back to Gab before they change their minds. I think this one's closer, so we'll do that one.
Be easy.
He tried to shoot my butt. I don't appreciate it. I wasn't actually expecting to dodge anything. I was just moving. Haha. Love it. I don't see much point in finding things at level 47. No. Good. We got far enough away from them. So this is nobody's.
Might this be Mickelberg?
No. Mickelberg. Oh, it's the cult.
returned. And the village seems safe enough at least. What is going on here?
Ah. Did you, too, heed the call?
Heed the call? No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
It is my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that. What do you mean?
They came here to perform the rite, just as King Barnabas instructed. This village is their altar, where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle waters and give themselves to the Lord.
Give themselves?
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sins.
Let us be reborn in your loving arms.
Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
They want to be saved. Forgive me, but did another foreigner like me come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Storm? Yes. He's staying at my house, toward the rear of the village.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
But is he in a state of comprehension? For you see, these cults tend to really mess with your head. And they're very good at it, which is why there are cults. Music doesn't necessarily bode well.
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you? Lord Rosfield, if I am not mistaken.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. Much less you, my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a reason for that?
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, the more my own faith began to falter. You have seen them at their prayers, have you not? They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord with a fervor I have never seen before. Praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills and reborn in their Saviour's light. Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes, but so that they might continue to serve him. Serve him with all of their beings. I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... it is different. It is more. And so I would see it through to the end. See these people safe, that they might achieve their dream. That they might do their duty to their Lord. Even if it should keep me from doing my duty to mine.
You do understand what their dream is, don't you?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become a Kashik. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. If you are to return to Master Cyril, I would consider it a great... Did you hear that, my lord? Something is happening.
I'll go and find out what. Stay here.
An ether flood. Oh no. There must be something I can do. Echoes as well. Found her.
Ready, brother?
Ready.
Stay down.
This one.
Over here.
What now?
What's coming up from the ground? Oh. Wonderful.
We meet again.
Titus.
Your kind before.
lightning wins again. La da 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 da. Fallen Iron, let's go.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Don't you die. Come on, speak to me. I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did, when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me? Of course. Your duty will be done. Look, my lord. They are saved.
Cults, man, I can't understand them. I mean, granted, I don't think anybody can.
They are saved. Founder. I should get this report to Cyril.
Now, to settle. Right here. Hello, Settle.
My Lord Marquis, welcome back. I am glad to see you hale and whole.
I met with your third chair, Cyril. He bade me deliver his findings to you.
Yep. Here's your Mickelberg report.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came, and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
Then he perished defending liberty. A hero's end. For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Sid would agree. He wanted to build a world where people could die on their own terms.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect expression of one's faith. It matters not how misguided others might judge one's decision to be, only that the decision is one's own. We live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them, we protect them, and yes, we die for them. For better or worse, that is our creed.
But he didn't die for your creed. He died to save them. And you still believe that what he did was right?
I believe that he believed it was. We of the Undying are not slaves, but willing servants. And this was his will, the ultimate expression of it.
I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of duty. They died serving my house. It's only right that I remember them. That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once.
The Book of Martyrs, Jesus Christ.
My lord, it has been, and shall ever be, the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosfield. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with all my heart for your success. And were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my fallen brothers and sisters would feel the same.
Aye. Ooh, an orichalca. Do we have enough? Well, that's reason enough to go back to the hideout. Well, we need to anyway for 2 quests, so... And we're not even in Ash anymore. I don't know what achievement we just got. We got a achievement. We got something. That's all I know.
Let's hope one of the
One there, one there.
Goodness knows where to find snow daisies.
And a new missive has arrived.
It was no trouble. Clive, you're back. How'd you get on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
Who are you talking to?
Crystal's crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
Ah, she's in the infirmary. Well, we're gonna go to the backyard. Because I want to see if we can get the Gotterdram.
What do I owe the honor?
Oh, yeah, I owe you one.
So, what'll it be?
No, we're probably just short. I need dark steel.
That it?
Oh, God.
Fine.
Say what you will.
Let's see. The two things we're gonna fight, you give dark steel. One of them gives dark steel, and the other one gives meteorite. Ugh. But that's the Grim Reaper. Oh well.
Oh. What brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
What brings
I
you
need your
down?
advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if
Nice.
that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept a record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilerfeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
Off we go then. Ugh. Man, I wish I could just fast travel to right here, but no. That would be too convenient. Alright, so we're gonna go for this
There's something about
fight first. Who would have thought we'd get an entire day worth of just side questing? Woof. Woof!
Me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is,
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
we did. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced.
Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout?
Yeah.
Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
My brother. He looks over the fucking moon.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword.
Drowning his sorrows. Ugh, I didn't expect the sheer number of side quests here, y'all. And the length.
You've had one too many.
We know.
You may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
Wow. Winter mead. Cute. I said I was thirsty. Alright, Northreach. Funny. Because that's exactly where we need to go to kill the Grim Reaper. Let's go.
And how might I help the garrison today?
And then the other guy we need to kill is right up here by the Royal Meadows.
Those things didn't fight like men.
A gill bug? Is that a bug made out of money? Or is that money made out of bugs? Ignore the raptor. So we're looking for something
vast. Where do we even start?
tall and
Goethe
menacing.
mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
Mother. Do you see them? I do. The flowers and our friends. This one. Over here. Stay down.
Hey, Bip.
What do you see, boy?
Oh.
Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
Ow. Nice. Minotaur main. Main of the Minotaur.
That was harder than I expected. But found her. It was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
It is a shame, though, that they took us away, but it gave me a chance for a full heal and to speak with Karen.
It's a dangerous world out.
It just sucks because, well, I would have preferred to have come back here for one time.
You'll not
and
find a better
twice,
price
but-
than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Jesus Christ. What? You didn't think I was just saying that stuff behind my engine, did you? Wouldn't you know? I've already found spot picked out and everything. But if you're going on this grand adventure, you'll need to be quick about your business with that ready guard of yours. Take too long, someone of my clever might beat you to the prize. But in that case, I can bear you one of my lesser inventions. Goddess knows I've countless. Bringing together three men from differing backgrounds was not to be without some difficulty. However, come together we did for a better Valisthea. The triunity was but a first step. A longer, more bitter journey awaits us all, one that will almost certainly end in hardship. What matters most is not the destination, but what we can learn from one another while on the road there. You have paved that road for us with your courage. Clive, now, we must have the courage to walk it. My Lord Marquis, I write to thank you for the consideration you have shown for those whose names are written within the pages of the Book of Martyrs. I know that it would move them deeply to know the first shield of the Phoenix laments their passing. Though each and every member of our order stands ready to sacrifice their lives in service of the Phoenix, I do not doubt that those who are taken before their time go with regret for the long years of duty left undone. That they should live on in the memory of a proud son of House Rothschild such as yourself shall surely go some way to soothing their sorrows. Edda seems fond of the silver bow we gave her, so much so she's been taking to setting it atop her belly as she rests. To hear her tell it, the rascal kicks something fierce when she does too. Sounds like we've another fighter on our hands and undo soon. I can hardly wait to teach our newest little curse breaker everything I know. I suppose we can all celebrate first. No need to get ahead of ourselves now. Oh, Gav.
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you. Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
This has so many good, touching moments. Aw, Dargo sleepy. This might be the thumb.
Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
Bing.
We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
I bet we're gonna get a flower crown. On the Shiva's kiss. Reduces diamond dust cooldown by 7.5 seconds. That's pretty substantial. Hey, yo. Nice. Jill has joined our party, but is... Well, whatever. Be it Jill, or Bill, or Kill, Lil, Pill, Till. I don't care who joins me, as long as we get a fight. And we have a partner. Alright, where's this dangerous bastard? Here he is. He looks like Diabolos from 8, but he's just the Prince of Death. He's only level 40, surprisingly. The Grim Reaper.
Not another one. This one. Let's try. Get him. Stick him. Over here. Too slow. This one.
Alright, the only reason he's annoying is because he's plucky. You need to have about that medium length range for the sole reason of, you know, you want to be able to respond to whatever moves he uses. Because he's got close range. Incredibly close range. And only a couple of far ranges. So you don't want to be too close for the far range, but you don't want to be too far. That's how you avoid things. Because, well, when he teleports closely, you're fucked.
Over here! This one.
Not bad at all. Darcy.
I'm getting tired of these things.
Alright, well, let's fight the other dude because we're here. And he is right there. Nice. Dragoon. Knight of the Splendid Heart.
Your outlaw! The one who rode his highest to madness on your knees!
He hasn't heard. And it doesn't look like he's willing to listen.
This one! Only your death will sound!
Live. Long live for.
Hey, cool, we grew a level. Pong. 48. Let's go.
Damn it. Dion would have been glad to have you back at his side.
Damn it. Ah. There we go. Nothing new to gain there. All we have to gain is gain itself.
The hour fast approaches. Make ready.
Nope. The hour fast approaches.
Trouble with your gear, or...
No, I want you to
Same
make the
for you,
world's best weapon.
It'll last you a good while.
Oh, yeah.
That it? Fine.
First the skies.
The Götterdämmerung. Why can't I change the appearance to look like it? Oh. Just tell it not to. I guess the translation fails in two places. Anyway, oops. I knew we'd have to go into the Balmung. I just knew it was gonna happen.
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry.
This one.
I don't necessarily feel like super overpowered is the thing. With this weapon, usually when you get like the ultimate weapons, you usually have that sense of, I am so powerful, but I don't have that. Weird. I mean, oh well. Oh, I didn't buy any more potions. Whatever. We'll deal. Only missing 4 total. 1 high and 3 low. We'll be fine. I'm sure.
No guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the Wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet, but let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether's thickest there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Stay safe, Sid.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. But
Yeah, I hope not is the right answer.
locked up tight.
Okay, we got 3 bearers.
It's over.
The facility is a prison. Purpose is to rear and train a Kuza beast.
So this place was no ordinary prison.
No.
And I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
Great. Means there's a very angry and hungry puppy.
All yours, Dragon. Go!
Careful.
Careful.
No sign of any bearers yet. I hope you have better luck downstairs.
Oh yeah. Doris, how did you get up here? There are several guards.
Caution, brother.
We're not alone. Careful.
Y'all really like your dialogue lines. Careful! We're not alone! Watch where you're going. It's like, ugh. Look, people, I get it. But, like, damn.
Over here! Go for it! Over here! Get him!
Kuza has long been recognized in official as being the case. It's hoped that successful deployment might be a means of inflicting heavy casualties. However, in practice, it's incapable of distinguishing ally and enemy. Use the bearers.
Minimal loss of Waluda lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers? Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that.
Reason supply shortages are infinite to feed the Kuza. Fortunately, the creature is absorbed to kill and consume the bears assigned to fight beside it. The beast was further observed to enter a state of visible contentment upon feeding, suggesting that live bears may even be its preferred source of sustenance.
They were feeding bears to it. This is even worse than I'd feared. Nothing but a caching down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on.
We're gonna have to fight the Kuza in there. Ugh. That's all I can say. Ugh. No. I went too far. Let's pass. It's right here. I wish I could chain sword throws. Well, we'll get that in 15, so.
No luck downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents and... it can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even.
Elderly,
or those who wouldn't,
childrenly,
or couldn't, were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there in a moment.
Use the key on the lock gate. Okay.
Let's see what we can find down here.
Treasure! That is what you want.
A survivor. And she sounds close.
Survivor?
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. You must have been terrified.
Did Jadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? You wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
Was that?
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
We have to run!
You're safe now. We won't let it hurt you.
The beast.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
I think it's got a taste for human flesh, not just bearers, but you know, whatever. It's not S rank, so we should be more than fine. And we got a full good party.
The beast will wreak havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen.
Easy. Oh, oh, my elbows. Behemoth shackle.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
I think.
No.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No, of course not. I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years, we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
Nice. Easy. Nice, nice, nice. Darn, I was hoping we had just enough, but it looks like we unlocked another new hunt. Huh. How close are we?
I wasn't expecting you back, son.
Wasn't expecting you back, Nang Nang. Wow, one more and we get that. You fallen enigma.
All done?
Alright, Nectar, what do we got? I mean, I guess I should have expected some more hunts to be available. What's this? The Masterless Marauder. Where are you located? Masterless Marauder. Oh, that's not you. That's not you. Here you are. Oh god, it's a behemoth. Blech. Gives an orichalcum though. Hehe. We're not gonna do it today, but I'll show you where it is. It's right next to Vidagra, which is this one. Yeah, he is right here, right near where we need to go for Garnick and for the Bad Bach Conservatory. So how many hunts do we have left? We've got 1, 2. Oh, 3. We're in our last 3. 1 will unlock just by doing a side quest. 1 will obviously do just doing it, and then the last one is that fucking dragon which I will hopefully beat next time we do it. Let's go stock up on potions, because I will 1000% not do that the moment we get in.
There's something about it.
And we're at the end of our time, because, well, it is that time to be done with time. Most likely, we will finish this next week and start 15 the week after.
Alive, are ya?
Or something close to that.
Weighing you down.
Not yet.
You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. You'll break your back stuffing all that in your
I already have
satchel.
that. Huh. Funny. At some point, I'll spend the rest of my money purchasing everything.
Come again.
All right, then.
I'm not much bothered either way.
I think that is where we are going to call it for today. So, anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and until the next time, everybody, stay funky, people.